Prior to the October 7 attack and the subsequent Gaza war, Israel-Palestine was not good. The situation has been bad for decades. And it has been worse since Hamas forcibly took power in Gaza in 2007. The status quo before current war was under Israeli-Egyptian blockade Gaza and authoritarian internal control of Hamas. Hundreds. Occasionally between Israel and Hamas, there were smaller wars involving weather changes that sometimes resulted in death thousands. Settlements in the West Bank continued to expand, and Israel had the most extreme right-wing government in its history, including advocates of annexation and ethnic cleansing. Israel, even some Gulf Arab countries, acted as if Palestinians could be compressed and ignored. The United States encouraged this approach for 4 years under then-President Donald Trump. It was a bad situation. It was getting more and more settled. The current violence, the deadliest violence of this century to date, has overturned this untenable situation. The main goal of anyone hoping for peace should be to ensure that the situation does not return to the pre-war status quo, or a new version that will probably be worse. Some obstacles that seem immobilizable for a long time are shaking. It will not be easy. Odds against it. But possibility of eliminating them and opening road to lasting peace increases as years go by. But if any of these 5 hurdles remain, it can hinder peace efforts on its own and help resettle other obstacles. HAMAS Peace with Hamas is impossible because they don't want it. The group is dedicated to the destruction of Israel and opposes Palestinians who want to live together in peace. If someone thought it was a fuss, something to be negotiated for defense purposes, October 7 proved otherwise. Hamas was targeting an attack that was large enough and terrifying enough to cause Israel's massive, brutal military response. Hamas hoped it would trigger a regional war. Seeing immense pain they have inflicted on the people of Gaza and absence of a multi-faceted war that could lead to Israeli military defeat, Hamas leaders have vowed to try again. Hamas is an organization of people who are perpetrators. If permanent hostility is their choice, which seems so long as Israel exists, then a temporary ceasefire, such as the ceasefires that ended previous Gaza wars, may be possible. But peace is not like that. This means that the only possible solution involves force. Eliminating Hamas is Israel's main military goal, followed by heavy ammunition and loose engagement rules. This goal led to more than 10,000 civilians killed and more than 1 million displaced. In light of these mass suffering, international pressure is mounting to end major war operations, including the US, Europe and the UN Security Council. The idea of Hamas cannot be abolished, but the group's ability to act as an organized government and military entity can be eliminated. Just as ISIS no longer controls the letter it proclaims in